Hello everybody, and just here, and welcome to DANDADAN, episode 1, the premiere. Well, not quite the premiere, the episode premiered, I think yesterday-ish, but it was late, so instead I'm watching it today morning. Well, not quite morning, like early afternoon, something like that. Regardless, it's the first show I'm gonna be watching of the what is it? Fall 2024 season? Yeah, fall 2024. And I know some about this show, not much. I know it's based on a manga that's like critically acclaimed, and people seem to love it. I know that the manga has a cool art style because I've seen some like individual pages or like individual scenes shared, mostly for the memes, because someone had their dig stolen or like something like that. I know that there were like plenty of memes about the manga, and I know the opening is by Creepy Nuts, which is a band I really enjoy, and I really liked them in Call of the Night. So I'm excited to hear the opening. I have not seen it, I have not heard it, although people shared it all around. I did not give in to the urge to see it early. So this is gonna be my first time with the opening of DANDADAN and with DANDADAN itself. I know that the adaptation is by Studio Science Saru, and I can't say I'm all that familiar with their portfolio, so it's gonna be interesting to see what else have they made, and what their like path towards DANDADAN looked. And that's about all I know. I know that, the basic premise, the guy is like believes in aliens but doesn't believe in ghosts, and the girl believes in ghosts but doesn't believe in aliens, and then it turns out that both aliens and ghosts exist, and it's just a complete hodgepodge of, I don't know, headless horsemen fighting Martians or whatever. I have no clue. I really don't know that much about this series, so it's gonna be interesting seeing that and seeing what it has to offer. If you're unfamiliar with the channel and you're here just for DANDADAN, or maybe not just for DANDADAN, but you were enticed by this, you might be unfamiliar with the structure. Today's video is going to be a little bit longer than usual. That's because now, after the intro, we're gonna go through the... Oh, why the timer already running? We're gonna go through the show with the timer so we can follow along and YouTube doesn't copy strike me. Then we're gonna go through the episode again here in the corner, skipping through, stopping at some point, discussing it, maybe going through animation frame by frame, stuff like that. Then also here in the corner we're gonna go through the stuff, through the voice actors, through all sorts of stuff like that, which is what makes this video a little longer. And then... why did it blink? And then I'm gonna share my like summary opinion about this episode, and that's where the episode's gonna end. Sounds fine? Sounds fine. I like to think, at least. So I think without further ado we should just watch it, right? Shall we? And to do it, you will of course need your subs, as I mentioned, to follow along with me. I'm gonna need my sound to hear what's going on in the show and to hear Creepy Nuts, of course, the opening. And I'm gonna have to ask you for support the channel if you want monetarily, Patreon, YouTube down below, or not. Share my content, spread the word, it also helps a lot. And with that, we can start watching DANDADAN episode 1 in 3, 2, 1, go. Oh, straight into the opening. Okay, already showcasing the art. And animation. I love the trope of just the glasses being like completely white and glowing. And that's a planet. Those are some really cool shots, really cool like camera angles and stuff. Creepy nuts, indeed. Yeah, Science Saru, the studio. Oh, and we're right into it. And already showing the, you know, flowy, bendy animation. Yep. Okay. Oh, so not just a random dude. Those are some faces. Immediately reminiscent of what was that show? The one where three girls were making an anime. I forgot the name of it. But one of the girls, the one who was wearing like a uh, fishing hat, she had a face like that. About aliens, of course. Okay, those are some really cool, like, and lengthened legs. Okay. Conspiracy theories and stuff. Right. I mean, they did, or were trying to, I think. Yeah, harsh. Very harsh. And immediate regret. Okay, I like it. I like that she recognized her mistake and made amends. Of course. And we have the main conflict of the show, at least for now, until it turns out that both exist. True. That's some Gyaru makeup, by the way. Like white nose and all. So they're gonna end up being each other's gophers. Good question. This is more like something for ghosts, not UFOs. Exciting prospect. Right, of course. Oh, and he is in some forest or shrine or something like that, probably. A tunnel or a mine or something. uh, it's already such a fun show. Like, the main premise didn't even get started yet properly, and I'm already having fun. Yeah, probably not. Exactly. Oh, that was some nice shadow on the curtain. And she was being laughed at. Yep, of course. I'm assuming she's from the family of spiritual mediums or something, and the ritual was actually supposed to work to ward off ghosts or something, and now that she stopped doing it, the ghosts are gonna find her or something like that. Ooh, nice thing with a mirror. Those are some bloody footsteps on the wall. They are really doing some cool things with the light here, with the flashlights and stuff. Well, who could say no to a proposition like that? Okay, an infinite tunnel. Oh, great music. Turbo Granny. Hence the bloody footprints, I assume, on the walls. And she's gonna meet an alien. It's a simulation. I love the music here. Again, some really cool art here. Time for probing. Yeah, very. Ah, of course. So you need DNA samples from other sapiens. What the fuck do you mean, banana? Very alien sounds. I heard DANDADAN. I wonder if that's where the title stems from. Well, that suddenly turned worse. If it wasn't bad already. Red screen. Huh? Turbo Granny? Turbo Granny. uh, I mean, she's gonna get what she wanted. Okay. So he merged with Turbo Granny? That's a pose. Their true form? Yeah, surrender your banana. uh, no, it doesn't seem like they're gonna be your friends. They just want your banana. They don't like you for who you are, they just like you for your banana. Love at first sight. Oh, he's gonna take Turbo Granny over? Hmm? Oh, and that's gonna allow her to resist the aliens, right? I really find it interesting how something that otherwise would have been like blatant fan service doesn't even feel that fan servicey, you know? Yeah? Her chi awakened. Some really beautiful art. I'm just gonna say it again. And amazing music. Back to Mars you go. Oh, the entire sky was a simulation? Kinda sorta. Oh, and she's able to exorcise Turbo Granny. Hmm. Of course. So we have the first arc of this show, retrieving his dick from Turbo Granny. uh, this is just gonna be a fever dream of an anime, isn't it? Okay, we still have a couple of minutes. Yeah, turns out both are real. We gotta defeat Turbo Granny. Yep. I didn't hear him say what the subs said he said. Yeah, the budding romance is starting. Who the fuck is Ken Takakura? Ken Takakura. Does he merely share the name with her idol? Or is he somehow, I don't know, a YouTube persona that she fell in love with but didn't know that it's him or something? I don't know. What the fuck is going on? Oh, it's an ending. I thought it's like a preview of the episode 2 or something. Oh, you know what this ending reminds me of? The ED of Kekkai Sensen. A little bit. At least that one bit. I'm assuming this Lucky Cat is gonna be a recurring character. Or rather, it's gonna make an appearance soon-ish. That's a crab with faces on its shell. Oh, that's the preview. True. And probably everything is real. That's actually a really cool premise. Like, everything is actually real. Aliens, Nessie, ghosts, reptilians, empty Earth, fucking everything is real. Pigeons being government drones, Earth being flat. Oh, yeah, that's a really fun show. Let's watch it again. 12 episodes. Okay. I was wondering how many episodes it's scheduled for. I was kind of hoping for 24, but no, it's just 12. Although 12 will probably be plenty with intensity like that. Amazing opening. I mean, it's creepy nuts, so top tier music, of course. But the art, the animation, I'm gonna really have to look into Studio Saru and figure out like what else they made. Yeah, that's the aliens. That is Turbo Granny, I assume. And this bit. Again, as I said, really flowy animation. Like, everything is fluid. And, how do I put it into words? I don't want to say the art is simple, but in some places it is. Like this guy's face, for example, right? There's barely any shading, only under his jaw, but there's no shading on his hair, there's no shading on his face. And this sort of an art style really lends itself well to fluid and dynamic animation, right? Most of the time, when you see something animated very, fluidly and wobbly, the art style is gonna be a little bit simplistic like that. That's, I guess, what I wanted to mention here, right? Like, see, there's basically no shading on his face. That's absolutely no dig at it, because that's basically how it's always done, in my experience. Very rarely do you see a character being, like, fully shaded, textured, and whatnot, and moving fluidly, because, of course, it's much harder to do, and takes much more time, much more effort, much more everything. But yeah, basically every time I see art style like that, I expect fluid, fluent, flowy animation. And yeah, see this bend to the leg? They really understand in this animation here all those like principles of animation, right? Squash and stretch, stuff like that. Sometimes I see animation being done with like fully keeping and full regard for like structure of human body and whatnot, right? When someone throws a punch, then their forearm stays the same length all throughout the punch, right? Nothing bends because, I mean, the bones are stiff, the arm doesn't bend, right? But when you do things like that, where you can let go of those principles, like in here, her leg bending and stretching, and add to this like foreshortening camera, you get some really nice and really dynamic. And this little bit of not quite an impact frame, just a brief flash, brief like increase in, I think just the gamma of the picture, not even contrast or anything. And you get something really cool, really dynamic, really fluid. I like it. Some really, really good animation, really, really good art. That's how love starts, you know. Apparently, seafood names aren't insults. Yeah, I mean, I'm inclined to agree with the weird Gyaru girl. It's really first time that I see a Gyaru in anime actually have like the bit of forehead and nose painted white. Like I've seen Gyarus with, you know, their eyes painted white and tan, but I've never seen one with the nose painted. He was my first boyfriend, thankfully not the last. What was so good about him? He looked like Ken Takakura. Right. If you're unfamiliar, this is my green notebook of theories. Here's where I note my theories about shows I watch, and at the end of those shows we go through them and see how correct or incorrect I was about them. Done. Right, what's the deal with Ken Takakura? I really wonder. Because she doesn't even... Yeah, that's interesting, because usually when a character mentions another character by name and they don't know that that character is the person they admire, right? Stuff like that. We are usually shown something of them, right? Like I don't know, a dude might show his friends a gravure photo of a girl that he really likes, and he has no clue who she is, he just knows her name. And it turns out that she actually attends the nearby class, and he just doesn't know because she's wearing glasses and pigtails as disguise or something, right? But we are usually shown that, so we can kind of put two and two together, right? That when we see her, we're like, oh shit, that's her, that's the gravure model, right? I mean, it would be weird for high schoolers to be in gravure magazines, but it's just an example. Just an example. We aren't shown anything like that. We are just told Ken Takakura. He looked like Ken Takakura. And he really doesn't. Assuming our Ken Takakura, right, the alien otaku, looks like Ken Takakura, then her boyfriend was like buzz cut and didn't look anything like him. So I don't know. So two existing theories. I'm gonna say otaku Ken is idol Ken as his online persona or something like that, maybe. As his other, I'm gonna say, persona, right? Like maybe we don't even know who Ken Takakura is. Is he an actor? Is he a famous cosplayer? Is he a YouTuber? Is he an Instagram influencer? Right? We don't know that, so kind of hard to theorize about it. Or alternatively, Otaku Ken just shares the exact name of idol Ken. Two possibilities. I wonder which one's it gonna be. If it's the former, one would assume that she would like recognize Ken Takakura in him. Then again, whenever he is shown in the opening, or for the most time when he's shown in the opening, he has his hair like ruffled, while in here he is right, like his hair is all ruffled. Meanwhile, in this episode, he is also, while we're at the opening, it was this dancing bit that was really cool. Yeah, I'm not gonna be looking for it. I know that people went crazy for this granny, by the way. Oh, that was the dancing bit. Again, fluid, smooth motions. Regardless. What was I on about? Right, the hairstyle just changes everything. In this episode, he has a bowl cut, so she doesn't recognize Ken Takakura, but if he puts his hair up or slicks it back or whatever, she's like, oh my god, it's my idol. Right? I don't know. We'll see about his, like, true or alternate identity or whatever it is. Masculine guys like Ken Takakura. Yeah, he's not particularly masculine, is he? Unless, again, alternate, like, personality. Azoken, that was the show that reminded me of, that her face reminded me of. And here's my cat. You might see her in the... Yeah, you see her whiskers here on the right side. She decided to wake up from her nap on the windowsill. They really are having fun with art and animation. And that's her back and that's her tail. With art and animation and everything here. And this, like, what I initially mentioned, this, like, simplistic art style with minimal shading on the face and not even the nose, like, fully drawn. You just see the nose holes, nostrils, I guess, nose holes. Really kind of lends itself well to this show. I actually like it. And then you have those, like, tiny little details, like her wearing a little bit of a lipstick. You very rarely see a lipstick in anime, I noticed. Unless the archetype is supposed to be either some sort of a noble, some sort of a femme fatale, or some sort of a MILF. Then they tend to wear lipstick, and sometimes only on the bottom lip, which bottom lip lipstick is my weakness. I'm just gonna admit it right here. Again, the animation bits. It's not even animated on once, and yet it's, like, super smooth and dynamic. And then we have the zoom and very detailed eyelashes and everything. Yeah, I thought initially that when she was talking about Ken Takakura, she was talking about him. Right? That, I don't know, she somehow fell in love with him, with this dorky otaku or something, and she just doesn't show it. Something like that. But no, she didn't even know that his name is Ken Takakura. She just decided to help him out of the, goodness of her heart. Yeah. Again, really great faces. I'm gonna stopping for every great face and every bit of animation, I think, because there's just so many of them. It's as if you were watching, I don't know, Kill la Kill and try to stop every time a smear frame is used. It's just fucking impossible. You're a fan of the occult. Yeah, but doesn't believe in UFOs. Again, last time I mentioned it, amazing face. Uh, this is uh, this is supposed to be a fun show, you know. Uh, in my experience, I've seen plenty of anime, and in my experience, in general, there are different kinds of shows or shows with different purposes, kind of, sort of, right? Some of them want to tell you a story. Some of them want to showcase the art and animation and the skill of people working on it. Some of them want to be a character study. Some of them want to be I don't know, power fantasy, right? And some shows just want to be fun. And this show really strikes me as such. Sure, it achieves showcasing the art and animation and the skill of people working on it. Sure, it will probably show off the story and the characters. It already did show plenty of characters here. I really actually enjoy that. But first and foremost, it's supposed to be fun. If a character making a completely ridiculous face adds to the fun, they will make that face. If a character's arm stretching adds to the fun factor of a fight scene, their arm will stretch, right? Everything for the sake of fun. And what a fun show it is so far. That's why you have no friends, yeah? Big hit, big strike, too much. She realized that. She apologized. She tried to make amends. I really like it. She's, I mean, she's not even a tsundere. I can't even call her a tsundere, but that is usually the archetype that says something hurtful and then usually doesn't apologize. Maybe feels bad and tries to make amends after, or maybe doubles down, or right? Things like that. But you rarely see this moment of realization immediately after, right? Sorry, that was too much. And full proper apology. Instead of, well, I guess you might have felt a little bit insulted by this baka. I guess I'm sorry if that helps, baka, right? Instead of that, it's just a heartfelt, genuine apology. I like it. It already tells me all I need to know about the characters here, honestly. They're gonna be great. Multi-dimensional, multifaceted, and everything. I don't believe in aliens, but I do believe in ghosts, and he immediately laughs at that. Yeah. And the whole entire like pathos and seriousness of this situation where she tries to make amends and apologize just immediately gets, shoved aside because we need some bits of comedy. Good. Great poses. My grandma is a spirit medium. Right. And here are they. She gave up on Kenta Kakura and went after an otaku. So they don't know his name either. Gotcha. Look, it's like she doesn't care what other people would think. Apparently so. I mean, she kind of got conditioned to that in a way, right? Where there was no really other way for her to survive school other than just not caring what other people think. Also, one additional cool detail. Her earrings are massive. You don't really often see that, do you? Right? Especially in shows that are set in like a high school, you see them maybe have like a little dot, like just this little teal dot, but without the massive wheel thing. She's one of the gyarus. She's one of the gals. No, not gyarus, but I mean, gyaru is gal, so I guess kind of, sorta. Cool. I like it. I love me a gyaru. UFO hotspot, Nagi Hospital. Am I gonna be able to catch one of the things they do with light here? Yeah, they really are playing with the light here a lot. Not quite like this scene, but later on in the tunnel, you see this like, whatchamacallit, when light hits a prism, for example, and gets split into rainbow of colors, right? You see that, for example. Yeah, of course he's afraid entering. I would be afraid as well. Despite him not believing in ghosts, yeah, I mean, why risk it? To shy boy in this moment. I don't know, is it a song? Probably some sort of a song that I don't recognize. Yeah, she's never seen a ghost. And see the play with light here. Like, you don't see him, but you can feel his... I smacked my mic. You can see his exasperation by him just wildly flailing the light around. I love my grandma a lot since I don't have parents. Opening up to each other, yeah. And this bit, again, with the light kind of shadow thing following on the curtain. Always had to perform a good luck ritual. Yeah, I'm gonna say the good luck ritual, Momo's good luck ritual actually, like, worked. Momo's good luck ritual actually worked. I mean, we know that it worked when she just went for the chi and awakened the power of psychokinesis or whatever in her. But in this moment, her as a grade schooler or whatever, it actually had a purpose. It actually worked somehow to protect her from something. As a girl in a family of mediums, she was probably in danger of being haunted by ghosts or something like that, right? The boy I liked made fun of me. And, you know, conveniently, now there is a boy that you also seem to like that will not make fun of you, whatever you do, because he knows that it's probably real. Funny how it works, huh? I didn't talk to Grandma until recently and I stopped doing the ritual. I get pissed when someone else makes fun of my family, right? I hated the fact that the boy I liked made fun of my grandma. Gotcha. Yeah, I have faith in my grandma. My grandma says ghosts exist, and I trust her, which means ghosts exist. Really cool use of a mirror. Right, why did he start believing in aliens? Well, we learned that later. Yeah, this bit. Yeah, just a bunch of colors. Turns out it's just the light of the flashlight. So cool. And bloody footprints. Yeah, you're pretty easy to talk to. Maybe we should talk with, I don't know, cup of coffee, something, right? And then this happens. Uh, who could say no? And again, we see the amazing bits of animation. I'm trying to figure out, is it just his shoes or is he... Yeah, he actually is here as well. Yeah. I thought they might be going for some like artistic portrayal of it and just have a black screen and animate his shoes. But no, now that I block out the light, I can see that his legs are actually here as well. Just an ordinary granny, right? Can't let her outrun you at any cost. If you lose a race against Turbo Granny. What a name. And aliens. Creepy ass looking aliens. Great art. What does this one remind me of? A little bit Yeah, I know what it reminds me of. A little bit. Uh, Early henshins in Kill la Kill again, right? Where Senketsu taking Ryuko over was a much more violent thing, right? Kinda sorta. Kinda sorta. As I already said, really, really interesting to me. Really cool how something that would be like so easy to just turn completely fan servicey, right? Some different camera angles, some different camera focus, some different lingerie, for example, right? If she were wearing something more scandalous, quote unquote, then it would be so easy to make it a very fan servicey scene. But it really doesn't feel like fan service. It really doesn't. And I kinda love it. Like, make no mistake, I love me some fan service. Like, abso-fucking-lutely. I was raised on anime in the aughts, so, you know, that was ripe with fan service. I really liked Seikon no Quasar, for example. Both seasons. But yeah, it's really cool. I guess the context also matters, right? Like they are supposed to take what they want by force, and fan servicizing it would be iffy. But then again, it still doesn't feel that fan servicey, all in all. Really cool. Also, by the way, I love how her earrings are glowing. Like everything here is blue, and just her earrings are glowing green. Like if they were one of those like glow in the dark stars that you put on your ceiling or whatever, right? Cool. I like it. I really like the art here. You know what it reminds me of? The art at times? Call of the Night. Yeah. This like very monochromatic color palette, but also some colors just popping, like the pink eyes, the green earrings, the purple lining of the chair or whatever it is that they strapped her to. Yeah. And then the stark red of the phone and Turbo Granny crawling through. Turbo Granny having taken over Ken. What? Also, amazing sounds. Here in particular. Like you can tell that it's someone sitting by the mic doing wow, 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 right? It's not a theremin, it's not a synthesizer, it's a bloke sitting by a mic going wow, wow, wow. Amazing. Again, fun. Fun. The key word of this show is fun. There was a ghost and it took him over. Can't control myself, and Turbo Granny. This dude is doing some amazing poses. Man person over there. We did not authorize your intrusion. And we see the proper form. This dude just looks like something out of Ben 10. Sixth sense organs. Apparently, they shoot things by piercing their skin? I wonder how it works. Like, they're supposed to be frogs, or frog people, and there is a species of frog that lays their eggs in, like, their back, and the tadpoles just pop out of their back, leaving holes behind. I wonder if it's something like that, maybe? That might be the inspiration here? Our cherished bananas. How curious that both the aliens and the ghosts are after dicks. I guess that's the main conflict between ghosts and aliens. They both want human bananas. Serpoian form serpogrammetry. Of course. You have an amiable relationship with humans. Yeah, I wouldn't say so. And now we learn why he's so interested in aliens. He had no friends. He was hoping to at least meet aliens, at least have them as friends. But they didn't show up either. Who showed up? Momo did. First person that actually showed up for him. Yeah, I really thought it's gonna be a moment of him maybe like taking control over Turbo Granny's powers and kinda becoming like a melange. I don't know if I even used that word properly. Like a merger of a ghost and human, kinda like again, Kill la Kill, right? Ryuko, Satsuki, and Life Fibers, or the girl in Noragami, whose name I forgot, who's kind of a ghost but kind of human, right? Or no, Gleipnir doesn't fit here. Although kinda, yeah. I mean, the dude in Gleipnir can also turn into something else, right? I thought we were going for something like that, where he awakens his monstrous powers or whatever, and uses it to fight aliens. Meanwhile, she awakens her ghostly powers or psychic powers and uses it to fight ghosts. Or vice versa. Bad things can get near you. Yeah, that kind of confirms my suspicion that if she didn't do the ritual, she would be swarmed by ghosts, because she's from the family of medium. She can see ghosts, and she would see all sorts of, spooky, scary skeletons walking up to her, like in Mierko-san, for example. Imagine having your chi shoot up. Yeah, I'm never doing it again. And now she remembers it. And again, very fan service angles, but it doesn't feel like fan service. Good. I like it. Firm up your lower abs. The power of, what do they call it? Yomi, I think. Chi shoot up from the top of your head. Yep. And the simulation broke. She awakened her powers, the hair flattering. It's like a fucking Maho Shoujo Henshin, right? She gets lit up, her hair fluttering, her earrings fluttering. All that's missing is for her to pull out an arm and a bow appears. Yeah, she can use psychic powers. Also, very Princess of Power. It immediately just, I don't know, popped into my mind. And Adora. I don't know why, it just kind of looks like that. Maybe because this art style looks like vaguely Western, a little bit, right? Like Western shows trying to kind of emulate that anime art style, like Princess of Power, for example, or Princesses of Power. I don't even like fully remember the title of it. Haven't finished watching it. I probably should one day. But yeah, kind of like that. I don't know. I really like it. She was real. Thank you, Grandma. Yeah. And just like that, the illusion is broken. The fake moon, that was just a flying saucer. And an exorcism. I have possession of that kid's weenie. Toilet humor never fails. Or I guess sexual humor in this case. I wonder if people are gonna try to look for, like, coming of age themes here, coming to terms with your own sexuality and shit like that. Probably someone's gonna write a whole ass fucking essay on the topic, and it's probably gonna be on Tumblr. Yeah, and escape in a flying saucer. I wonder what the TV stations are gonna report tomorrow. Yeah, she has to hold the curse back. Gotta beat the Turbo Granny. And of course the gentleman gives up his clothes so that she can wear them. I'm an awkward fellow after all. Please put some clothes on. Why is my heart racing? Right, because she's being treated like the complete opposite of what her previous boyfriend treated her as, right? She's being treated with care. She's being treated with, not consciousness, he cares, is what I'm trying to say, right? He cares about her. That's why her heart's racing. First boy that she liked made fun of her. Second boy that she liked tried to take advantage of her. Now he's very, different than that. If you don't, I can bring myself to speak properly. He happened to recite one of Ken Takakura's lines. Something like, I'm a shy boy after all, or I'm an awkward boy after all. Yeah, I'm an awkward fellow after all. Yeah, that's apparently Ken Takakura's line. Which makes me think that he might be the idol Ken Takakura. Maybe a singer or something. That's why he was singing the Shy Shy Boy, because it's one of his songs. Maybe? And he just attends the school incognito. Like, this is his real, character, right? He's this shy, awkward otaku guy, but he creates that boastful persona on stage or something like that. Sorry, I bumped my mic again. What's her name? Ken Takakura. And an explosion. Full on with impact frames and everything. And a second explosion to boot. Hair fluttering in the wind. DANDADAN. Such a fun show. Such a fun show. Oh boy. Alright. As I said. There we go. Yeah, let's take a look. Let's take a look at the studio, the staff, the voice actors, all the good stuff. DANDADAN Studio Science Saru. I gotta take a look. What have they made? Oh, right, they made Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, Star Wars Visions, Azoken. Yeah, I knew that I recognized the faces from somewhere. Azoken, Devilman Crybaby. Not that many shows, all in all, but they had a really strong start with Devilman Crybaby, it seems. I wonder if they are like an offshoot of some other existing studio, right? Like some part of staff of some other studio left and formed Science Saru. That's why they had such a strong start. I wonder. What do we have here? Recommended. Furikuri makes perfect sense. Kill la Kill makes perfect sense. Bakemonogatari, absolutely. Mob Psycho, absolutely. Chainsaw Man, because Ken has a ghost in him, just like Kenji has Pochita? Maybe. Right. Let's start with stuff, maybe. Not much stuff listed, like surprisingly few. Original creator, Yuki Nobutatsu. Assistant on Chainsaw Man. Okay, interesting. Assistant on Fire Punch as well. Yeah, assisting a lot of assisting on a lot of the stuff that Tatsuki Fujimoto makes, because Tatsuki Fujimoto made both Chainsaw Man and Fire Punch. Jigokuraku as well? No, he did not make Jigokuraku. Okay. And some original manga as well, it seems. Alright. Director and art director. Let's see, director Fuga Yamashiro, who also did Eizoken, assistant director and episode director, Devilman, production assistant, Yoru wa Mijikashi, production assistant, which are all of the shows of Studio Science Sare, which kinda thrashes my theory that Studio Science Sare might be an offshoot of a different studio, because if it was, then he probably would have like some roles listed with other studios and other anime. I don't know, seems like fairly small portfolio for something this good. Junichi Higashi is the art director here, also on Paripikome, to nobody's surprise, I don't think. Jujutsu Kaisen as well, Steins Gate, Kekkai Sensen, would you look at that? Also art director. More Steins Gate. What else do we have here that I would recognize? Beelzebub! Watch Beelzebub, really good show. 80-something episodes. Blood Plus. And some like old shows. Yeah, City Hunter, Gundam 83, Bebop High School, City Hunter. Yeah, some really dated shows. Interesting. Next, let's see series composition. Why not? Character design, absolutely. Series composition by Hiroshi Seko, who also did series composition on... he's going to be doing the script and series composition on the Rooster Fighter. But also series composition on Zom 100. Kind of feels like Zom 100. Mob Psycho as well. Spriggan, Shingeki no Kyojin, Vinland Saga, Chainsaw Man, Decadence, Dorodoro script. Mano Omake script. Series composition for Dorodoro, the mainline series. More Shingeki no Kyojin, Banana Fish, Ajin, Kill la Kill, just script for a single episode. Panty and Stocking, production assistant and script. Did you look at that? TTGL, production assistant. And then we have Naoyuki Onda, who's the character designer. Also designed characters for Motherfucking Ghost, Psychopaths, Eizoken, animation director, granted. Some Gundam shows, Inuyashiki, Psychopath, Shingeki no Bahamut, Berserk, Ergo Proxy, character design as well. Okay, Steamboy, key animation. And some, again, older shows. Going way back to the Gundam show with Char. Yeah, and Zeta Gundam. Alright. Color design, absolutely. I want to know who did color design here. Satoshi Hashimoto, who did color design for Osama Ranking, Spy Family, Trigun Stampede, Spy Family, Nagatoro-san. No shows here, granted, jump out at me as shows that have like super exceptional and weird and outlandish color design, granted. Like they all have good color design, but nothing to the level of this show. Right? One Punch Man, Kaiji, and plenty of older shows again. Yeah, they got some veterans working on the show. Maki Hokondo also doing color design here. Also for not that many other shows. Kagegurui Twin, which, yeah, it has some cool color design for sure. Next, director of photography and editing. Director of photography Kazuto Izumida, who also directed photography for Great Pretender, for Osama Ranking, for Review Starlight movie, and for Review Starlight itself. Maotsukai Nayome photography for a couple of episodes. Flip Flappers, also photography. And some older shows as well. And then we have Kiyoshi Hirose, who did editing here, as well as Makeine, Urusei Yatsura, Undead Unluck, the OG. No, that's not the OG Urusei Yatsura. That's the 2022 Urusei Yatsura. Oh, it got 2 seasons. Gotcha. SAO, Tsukito Laketo no Sferatu. Also editing. Also a very good show. One of the very first ones, if not the first, that I've seen on the channel. Highly recommend it. Fairy Gone, Inuyashiki, Kagegurui, JoJo's, Trinity Blood, Hellsing. Sound direction and music. Yes, absolutely. Music is amazing here. And sound as well. The wow, wow, wow and stuff. And that's Eriko Kimura, who also did sound direction for some girl band show that I haven't seen. Scott Pilgrim, again. Sound direction for Yofukashi no Uta. Would you look at that? Sakugan, Heike Monogatari, some Gundam shows. Yeah, Tales of the Abyss. And Kensuke Ushio, amazing music, amazing work on this show. Also did music for Onmyoji, for Chainsaw Man, Boogie Pop, Devilman Crybaby, Space Dandy even. Not that many shows. Then we have a Script by Hiroshi Sako, who also is going to be making script for Rooster Fighter. Also scripted Shingeki no Kyojin, also Zom 100, couple of episodes, Chainsaw Man, 12 episodes, Spriggan, Decadence, Dorodoro, The Omake, 12 episodes of Dorodoro mainline series, Jujutsu Kaisen script, Kagegurui, Mob Psycho, Banana Fish, some really strong positions in his portfolio. Episode 5 of Kill la Kill as well. Gurren Lagann. Wait, I think Hiroshi Seko... Yeah, he also did composition. That's why I recognized it. Creepy Nuts opening probably doesn't need introduction. And Zutamayo for the ED. Creepy Nuts, of course. Ninja Slayer, animation, Yofukashi no Uta, Mashle, opening, and DANDADAN. I'm glad they got into making openings and endings and music for anime because they do some really good music. I'm hoping to see them in even more shows. And Zutamayo doing the ED, also doing music for Chainsaw Man ED2. And some other shows. Shows or just MVs, I wonder. I don't recognize any of them, so I'm gonna assume they're mostly MVs. Alright. And Yoshimichi Kameda, Alien and Yokai Design. Also, great job. Also did character design, is gonna do character design for whatever this is. Boku no Hero Academia, key animation, Osama Ranking, some direction and animation as well, and storyboarding. Shingeki no Kyojin key animation, mostly key animation work it seems. Some character design for Mob Psycho, for example. Direction for Flip Flappers, Hisomaso. Death Parade Kill la Kill key animation for episode 24. Cool. Dating all the way back to Bleach and Doraemon 2005. They really pulled some, what did I call it? Veterans, right? Industry veterans for the show. Cool. The voice actors. There's gonna be a lot. First, our leads, Kenta Kakura, voiced by Natsuki Hanae, and Momo Ayase, voiced by Shion Wakayama. Natsuki Hanae voicing Kitty the Owl from Bye Bye Earth. Would you look at that? 9S from Nier, Tanjiro from Kimetsu no Yaiba. Who else? Botchan from Shinigami Botchan. Elan Ceres from Gundam, Witch from Mercury. Milo from Sabiku Ibisco. Plenty other characters as well. Anybody else jumps out at me in particular? Kaneki Ken from Tokyo Ghoul. Another lead role. And plenty others dating all the way back to 1999 as All Hand Ground in One Piece. Alright. And Shion Wakayama, the voice of Momo. Also the voice of Lemon from Makeine. Also Henao from Witch from Mercury. Cosette or Destiny from Tact of Destiny. Not that many roles, interestingly. And someone from Gundam Build. Cool. Then we have Granny, who we haven't met yet, Nana Mizuki. And Ayara Shiratori, who is one... no, Miko is one of her friends. We haven't met her, but let's check out the VA, why not? Granny is going to be voiced by Nana Mizuki, who also voiced... let's see if I recognize anybody here. I gotta say, I don't recognize anybody here, to be perfectly honest with you. Mostima in Arc Knights, I guess. That's a character I recognize. Anne from Persona 5. Chile from Dragon Ball. Popko, but who hasn't voiced Popko? If you didn't know yet, that's the list of all people who voiced Popko in Pop the Pipik. And that's the list of all who voiced Popko in Pop the Pipik Season 2 and in Pop the Pipik Specials. Yeah, every episode of Pop the Pipik has different voice actors. And the first half has, or one half has female seiyuu and the other half has male seiyuu. And there are like minimal differences between the first and the second half. Who else? Fate Testarossa, I guess, in Lyrica Nanoha. And, oh, Hinata from Naruto. And I really don't recognize that many more characters here. No, I'm afraid. What are the oldest roles, I wonder? 1998 in Sorayamato. Any of the older shows that I would recognize? I'm afraid not. Okay, regardless. Ayane Sakura, voicing Aira, whoever she's gonna turn out to be. She's also voicing Ochako in Boku no Hero Academia, Iori in Blue Archive, Solution in Overlord and Pleiades, of course. Then we have... who else? Someone in Do It Yourself. Someone from Ultraman. Chieru from Precon. And plenty of other characters. Nerl from Arc Knights. Okay, I'm looking forward to her performance. Jin and Joji, we have not seen him, but he's going to be voiced by Kaito Ishikawa. And Kaito Ishikawa, oh, the voice of Naofumi. Would you look at that? Also the voice of Tenya from Boku no Hero Academia, Haga from Konosaka wa Fukanzen Sugiru, Lance from Marshall, and plenty of other roles of similar kind, so to speak. Koki from Tokyo 24-ku, and a lot more. Genos in One Punch Man. Then we have Turbo Baba, voiced by Mayumi Tanaka, and Serpo Hoshibito, voiced by Kazuya Nakai. Turbo Baba is voiced by Mayumi Tanaka, who voices Luffy. Interesting. Kirin. Okay. Those are some roles that I did not expect. Another Granny in Gegege no Kitaro. Baba Uranai in Dragon Ball. Mostly Luffy and Kirin, it seems. That's a lot of Luffy faces. Alright, interesting choice. And Kazuya Nakai, who also voiced Zoro, another One Piece voice actor. Mountain in Arknight. Interesting. Anybody else I would recognize here? Zap in Kekai Sensen. Okay. Anybody that we've met as well? Miko, Kei, and Momo no Motokare. Miko is voiced by Kaori Maeda, who is voicing Nice Nature in Umamusu. And I really don't recognize that many other characters here, oddly enough. Giant Panda in Kemono Friends Season 2. Tachibana Mari in Backstreet Girls. Then we have Miyu Tomita, who is voicing Kei. She's voicing Bilach in Shangri-La Frontier. And voicing Elsa Miller in Sasaki to Pichan. And Tojiko Asuka in Shy. Okay, now those are roles I recognize. Helga in Majo Toyajo. Migbel in Danmeshi. Haru in Witch from Mercury. Yeah, those are recognizable roles. And plenty of them. And then we have Ryunosuke Watanuki, who's voicing the boyfriend, who will probably not appear again. And he voiced plenty of, like, Villager B kind of roles, it seems. Not that many named characters, and certainly nobody I would recognize. Some monster in Gleipnir. Oh, Higaki in Gate, I guess. And others that we have not met yet. Acrobatic Sarasara, voiced by Kikuko Inoue. Penny Chinkosu, voiced by Tomokazu Seki. Jibakurei Kani and Nessie not given voices. Flatwood Monster, Ryuzaburo Otomo. Taro, voiced by Tomokazu Sugita. And Hana, voiced by Fumi Hirano. And the others are just B, C, D roles, so I'm gonna skip those. Kikuko Inoue, voicing acrobatic Sarasara, and also voicing Unilord in Shy Mirelia Kumelromark in Shield Hero. And Shuko, Komi Shuko in Komi-san. And Alicia Dimitrescu. Would you look at that? Okay, I'm looking forward to this performance, for sure. And Popko, again, who hasn't voiced Popko? Who hasn't voiced Pipimi? Pretty much everybody did at some point, I'm pretty sure. Alright, then we have Tomokazu Seki, voicing Penny Chinkotsu, also voicing Aldebaran in ReZero, also voicing Archer in Fate, Werkner in Vistoria, also Gilgamesh in Fate, someone a whole Greek team in fucking tennis anime. Interesting. More Gilgamesh, and nobody else I would in particular recognize. Popko, again, who hasn't voiced Popko yet. Are you really a voice actor if you haven't voiced Popko? Cardcaptor Sakura. Oh, Sosuke in Full Metal Panic. That's another person I recognize. Then we have Ryuzaburo Otomo, who's voicing Flatwood Monster. Shenlong in Dragon Ball. Would you look at that? Any other roles? Nevin in Mahotsukai no Yome. Iwao in Tokyo Ghoul. And plenty other mature men. Rob Walsh in Helsing OVAs. And then we have Tomokazu Sugita voicing... who's he voicing here? Damn, I forgot. Taro. Yeah, and he's also voicing Sasaki in Sasaki to Pichan, Rudeus Greyrat in Mushoku Tensei. In 2025, he's going to be voicing Taro Sakamoto in Sakamoto Days. He's also the voice of Gintoki, Sengoku in Isekai Shikkaku, Ren in Konsekai wa Fukanzen Sugiru. Plenty other roles as well. Higurare in Ishura, the Lizard Priest in Goblin Slayer, Ningen no in Helk. They really are taking like prominent voice actors and shoving them into secondary roles, aren't they? Fumi Hirano voicing Hana, and also voiced some grandmas in some shows. Lumno Hana in Urusei Yatsura. More grandmas. Euclid Hellside in Korewa Zombie Deska. Well, she didn't have many lines, did she? Someone in Conan. Dating all the way back to Loom in 91 in Urusei Yatsura. Dating all the way back into the 80s as Loom from yeah, the original Loom from Urusei Yatsura from 81. Would you look at that? I guess let's give the last 4 VAs just a quick glance. Seitaro Taniguchi voicing Danshi Seito B and just that. Hikaru Tanaka voicing Danshi Seito A, also voicing some characters in Tower of God, for example. Mayuko Kazama voicing Shogakusei Danshi B in Dandadan, Hakua in Kaijo Hachigo. That's a named role. Mina in 86. And then we have Satomi Kobashi voicing Shogakusei Danshi in Dandadan, also having voiced someone in Shaman King, someone in Osama Ranking, someone in Ishizoku Reviewers. That's it. That's the staff. That's the voice actors. So, to sum it up. Fun. Really, this show so far, or at least this episode, can be summed up with just a single word. Fun. Everything here is fun. From the incredibly fun premise of aliens exist, and ghosts exist, and the Nessie exists, and every single cryptid exists, I'm assuming, right? And all sorts of things like that. Everything is true, everything is real, everything exists. And ghosts fucking hate aliens because they both are after people's bananas. Two very fun characters, extremely expressive in both their facial animations, in their gestures, in their movement, in their everything. To fun art style that plays a lot with color, that's so reminiscent of Yofukashi no Uta. Plays a lot with very bold lines at times. I completely forgot to mention that, but I really like when line art really goes bold, like bold black lines at times, and it happens a lot. Some really cool alien and monster designs in general, to very fun animation that's super fluid and uses a lot of that squish and stretch and things like that, that is trying to just be fun, not realistic, not conforming to how human body works. No, it's just trying to be fun. That's the like prime directive here. Fun. If something is fun, we do it. If something isn't fun, we don't do it. That really seems to be the way of this show. I really enjoyed this first episode, and I'm really going to be waiting for more, because it's not just fun. There are some layers to be discovered. Well, maybe not layers, maybe that's going a little bit too far. But there is some serious character development to be had. There is some serious theorizing to be had. There is perhaps the potential to discover why ghosts and aliens are so obsessed with bananas, right? There's that bit of mystery still. There's that bit of budding romance, one-sided so far, but who knows how it's gonna develop. There's that nice bit of large swaths of character growth, right? I can see Ken being a completely different person by the end of this season. I can see him maybe stand up for himself even, right? I can see all those things happening. And it's just a really good, really cool, well-rounded show that balances fun with all those like other bits who I'm not gonna say are less fun, but less associated with just being pure fun, right? Like, it's not just a, you know, stupid, outlandish, out of this world meme show, right? There's some actual substance to it. It's a stupid, fun meme show. Aside of that, abso-fucking-lutely, but it's backed with a very strong backbone, and I really, really, truly enjoy that fact. So I'm gonna be waiting for another episode for sure with bated breath, and I hope you're gonna be waiting for that as well, and that you're gonna watch it together with me, because it's always so much fun to do that. But yeah, I think that's really gonna be it for today, for this episode. But you guys, I'm curious. You tell me in the comments below, what did you think of this show, my reaction, my theories, stuff like that. Please, no spoilers, I beg of you. If you want to talk spoilers, I have a whole Discord channel here, you can join it. It's also linked in the description. You can discuss spoilers there at your heart's content. Like this video if you liked it, subscribe to be notified of future videos of DANDADAN and other shows of this season that I'm going to be watching, and there's going to be plenty. So click the bell also to be notified of when I go live, because I stream sometimes. I streamed my look at this current season not long ago, so you might want to check out the VOD and see what other shows I'm going to be watching. Support the channel if you want monetarily on Patreon down below, where for $10 a month you get early access to non-seasonal shows, and for $1 you get a role on the Discord and a place in the credits. You can also support me directly on YouTube through memberships, super thanks, super chats, and if you don't want to spend any money whatsoever, you don't have to. Share my content, spread the word, maybe someone else also wants to watch a reaction to DANDADAN. Share this video with them. It really helps a lot. A lot of the clicks I get on the channel come from places like Reddit or BlackBerry forums for some godforsaken reason. So yeah, that also helps a lot. And I think with that out of the way, that's gonna be it from me for today. So as always, you guys do all the good stuff, and I'm gonna see you in the next one. Cheers! And here's my wonderful Patreons: QB, Zarene, Yuki Ally, Dr. Watt, Akamasar, Marsh, Fassel, and Hans Peter. And you can join them if you want without having to get your banana stolen.